Welcome to day 5 of the Intermittent Fasting Raw Food Challenge. It is going by really smooth for me, and hopefully it's going by really smooth for you, and you've taken the time to really learn more about intermittent fasting, watch these videos, asking more questions. Thank you to all of the people that have contributed to the comments. I really appreciate all of the positive comments. It's just great to be on this journey with everybody together, and it's just a health journey that we should all do all the time. There shouldn't be a New Year's resolutions. It should just be, this is what I'm going to do all the time. Unfortunately, starting in November usually, or starting from Halloween, the 31st of October, that's usually when most people gain 5 to 10, even 15 pounds from candy. Then you have Thanksgiving, and then you have Christmas and the holidays and travel and all that stuff. So I want to answer some more questions today. The first question is, and I get this question all the time about thyroid. I would love to hear your advice on Hashimoto's and naturally regulating a hypothyroid. I'm pregnant and desperately need your help. In my research, all thyroid conditions, whether it's hypo, hyper, or Hashimoto's, and Hashimoto's just means you're going like this. You're going hyper and then back to hypo and then hyper and then hypo. What is the root cause of thyroid conditions? What is the root cause of endocrine conditions? What's the root cause of glandular conditions? It all boils down to endocrine disrupting chemicals and high estrogen, which basically those chemicals cause malfunction in your estrogen. And for guys too, prostate and most women, there's a higher percentage of thyroid malfunction in women, but guys, the same thing affects them. All of the endocrine disrupting chemicals. That's why guys are having problems with high estrogen content and low testosterone out there. So my advice, iodine deficiency is one of the leading root causes of glandular malfunction and thyroid conditions. So, and as a matter of fact, I would pull up the studies on pregnant women. Just type in Google, pregnant women, iodine deficiency. And you'll see that pregnant women really need excess iodine because it can cause mental retardation in the children, and it's a very, very, very common scenario. Now, why is the thyroid being attacked? That's the next question you have to ask yourself. What are the 3 components that attack the thyroid and the glandular tissue in the body? Well, it just so happens to be the halogens. So you have chlorine, then you have fluoride, and you have bromine. Iodine has been removed from practically all salt. It's been removed from all the breads. It's been removed as a ingredient, an added ingredient. That's strange. Why would they all of a sudden remove iodine and add bromine instead, and add fluoride into the water and chlorine everywhere? Well, all of those attack the thyroid. Those are halogens, harmful halogens. And guess what? Iodine's the only thing that's going to get those halogens out of the body. So I would highly consider looking around your house, looking at your environment, not drinking tap water, removing any sources you can find that may contribute to fluoride, chlorine, or bromine. You can go online and type in foods that contain bromine or bromine exposure, and you're going to find all kinds of things out there. Most bread contains high levels of bromine, which is a whole nother show on gluten and bread and how toxic that is for your body. So I've worked and done a lot of research and I would highly recommend that you watch 2 of my YouTube videos. One is the video on everything you need to know, I think, about endocrine disrupting chemicals, or I don't remember what the title is. But it's about hormones, okay? Just go to our Global Healing Center YouTube account and look for the long video on hormones or endocrine disrupting chemicals. And then the second video I would highly recommend everybody watch is the Everything You Need to Know About Iodine video. They're long, but you might be suffering from and I'm not just talking about this person, but everybody out there. I would say actually 95% of the world's population is iodine deficient. I mean, I feel comfortable saying that, and Dr. Brownstein would probably back me up on that as well. I mean, he's written books on iodine. You can go to Amazon Books and type in iodine, and you'll see many books that have been written. Why is it so secretive, and why is it not out in the mainstream? Well, anything that's really helpful for your body is going to be suppressed to some degree. That's just, taking money away from the pharmaceutical companies. And that's not what, they're not going to go broadcast water-only fasting everywhere or intermittent fasting. And, those are all things that we're coming up with and we're trying to teach people about that can, benefit their life. Go on our website, globalhealingcenter.com, under the detoxidine section for the iodine. And just read the reviews. Just read all the reviews. There's thousands of them. And you'll see all the benefits and all the changes that have taken place with everybody out there. And that's what it's all about. It's about looking at the root cause of why you're not feeling good. Whether it's headaches, whether it's migraines, whether it's thyroid, whether it's joint pain, heart disease, skin conditions, it doesn't matter. After 20-something years of studying and still continually studying, it's in simplicity. The body wants to heal itself really, really fast. And if you just cleanse the body and you eat healthy and you avoid all of those toxins in your living environment, the body will heal itself really, really fast. So that is the question on the hypothyroid. The next question is, can you intermittently fast after having your stomach made smaller? So I guess that's talking about like a gastric bypass or something like that. And if you've had, let's just say, any surgery, for example, you've had your appendix taken out, you've had your gallbladder taken out, you've had spinal surgery, it doesn't matter. Any type of surgery, you're going to have some form or some percentage of scar tissue inside your body. And the reason I'm saying that is because especially when you go into water-only fasting, your body is going to rapidly attack any type of abnormal tissue in the body. As a matter of fact, there's been reports of people that had big scars down their leg and they were doing water-only fasting and the scars just disappeared. I mean, that's how incredible the body is. That's how powerful your body is. I mean, I've spent probably a year and a half or 2 years trying to find every single piece of information on fasting, water-only fasting, as well as intermittent fasting. And books of just case study after case study after case study of every possible thing you can think of being reversed. Now that doesn't mean that everybody needs to do water-only fasting, because you can accomplish the same thing. It just might take a little longer with changing your lifestyle. And that's really the root cause that needs to be taught. Not like eat crappy, don't learn about chemicals or anything, and just do water-only fasting or intermittent fasting, or just doing intestinal cleansing, liver and gallbladder cleansing, harmful organism cleansing, and chemical and heavy metal cleansing. People do that, but that's not the true answer. The true answer is to slowly change and educate yourself and your family as to avoiding the chemicals and toxins And that's also how you change the environment and change the world, because if we're all not buying things anymore, that's why the big agricultural food companies right now are going non-GMO. It's because we all together created that demand for products that are non-GMO. That's a humongous victory, because when you start having the Unilevers and the Nabiscos and all of these poisonous food companies start announcing that by 2020 or by 2025 or whenever they're going to be non-GMO, that is awesome. And let me tell you, nobody in the government, in politics, made that happen. We made that happen. The people made that happen. And that's how powerful the people actually are at creating change. So you can, if you've had any surgery or stomach or anything, intermittent fasting is fabulous for you. I mean, because the less amount of food that you're going to have in your body means the more energy. It's very simple equation. Less food equals more energy. More energy equals faster, rapid healing. So, I mean, if you just remember that, then that's why intermittent fasting, and that's even why water-only fasting works so effectively. Because you have less food to digest. And less food to digest means, and that's why raw food actually works good, because it's already in a really easy digestible state. When you cook it, it becomes more difficult to digest, and the life force of it is gone. So anybody that has any past surgeries, anybody that's had their gallbladder taken out, appendix taken out, or it doesn't matter, whatever you've had done, intermittent fasting is going to be beneficial. I cannot think of any condition where intermittent fasting would not be beneficial. Maybe somebody that has severe fluctuations in their insulin and glucose levels. Maybe a diabetes person would want to really look hard at structuring their intermittent fasting program, or do some medically supervised intermittent fasting or water-only fasting. But that's kind of, and maybe somebody out there that knows, and I would be happy to review that information. If anybody else knows of any other conditions that wouldn't benefit, please let me know. I don't claim to know everything. I just try to do the best I can and provide you with things that I feel are going to help you become a better person and help you become a healthier person. What kind of cleanse would you recommend for somebody getting off of artificial sweeteners? Well, the people that I've talked to that are getting off of artificial sweeteners, probably the headache is going to be something that they might have to go through for a few days. Intermittent fasting, raw food, as clean as you can possibly go. If you want to just do a juice cleanse for 2 or 3 days to kind of help your body clean all that out of the system, I would definitely do a liver cleanse, at least one, probably 3. I mean, I used to think 1 liver cleanse was enough, but now we've realized by evaluating so many people that have done liver cleansing that 1 liver cleanse is only going to purge about 15% of your liver. And we know now that if anybody is sick, I mean, there's not any clinical research, but I mean, you can learn a lot from just evaluating people over the years, that pretty much if anyone is suffering from any symptoms or is sick, their liver is only functioning at about 40%, under 50%, okay? That's because our livers are congested. I mean, it's like an oil filter in a car that's never been changed. And it's just this big sloppy mess of stuff inside the liver. And so with 1 liver cleanse, you're only really purging about 15%. And so let's say your liver's only functioning at 40%, right? And you do 1, that's going to bring it up to 55. You do another one, that's going to bring it up to 70. Then you do another liver cleanse, it's going to be up to 85. We think, and this is all theory, but I think once your liver is functioning above 80%, that pretty much all of your symptoms, this is what we've seen, okay? Pretty much all the symptoms that people are suffering from are gone once the liver is clean and working at about 85%. So it's incredible how powerful the body is when you just clean and heal the gut and you clean and purge the liver. Major transformations happen inside the body. As a matter of fact, just to mention this, I'm actually doing my liver cleanse tonight. Today is day 5 of the raw food intermittent challenge. So I've been eating raw foods. I've been taking Livitrex throughout that whole period of time. And so tonight I will be doing my olive oil. So this is going to be my first liver cleanse of the year. So, artificial sweeteners, you go through the regular cleansing process. I mean, you know, as you start eliminating these things from the body, the body will naturally over time start cleansing these harmful chemicals out. And the last question for today is going to be, what supplement do you recommend to curb your hunger at night? I crave carbs at night. If you're craving carbs at night, you probably might have some fungal overgrowth, some candida, maybe some mold in your body. It depends on what time you go to bed. You know, so many people are staying up late. I really do not recommend staying up past 10 p.m. You should be asleep every single night by 10 p.m. And even better, 9 p.m. Even better than that, 8 p.m. That's when your body takes the energy it needs to start healing all the tissues, when you're sleeping. So it's very important to you're going to start hearing and seeing more research on the benefits of sleep coming out in the next 4 or 5 years. Because a lot of people are studying the benefits and what it does for your hormones and what it does for your brain power, what it does for all of your systems, really, your cardiovascular, your neuromuscular, your immune system. I mean, people are actually, and universities are actually starting to study these things now. So if you do get hungry at night, the best thing to do to curb your appetite is drink a large glass of water. I mean, water is a natural appetite suppressant. If you're still having, little hunger pains, listen, hunger pains usually only last for maybe 5-10 minutes and then they're gone. So you might just have to tough it out. It's not good to eat after 8 p.m. either, just to put that out there. You don't really want to eat after 8 p.m. Water and oxy powder. I mean, if you want to take something that might kind of calm your stomach down a little bit from hunger, take a few capsules of oxy powder, and that's going to benefit you anyway because it's going to go down through your intestines and help you clean out your bowels. So those are my recommendations and answers for today. Keep all your questions coming, and anybody that wants to report on any positive experiences they're having or negative experiences that you might be having or anything that we can help you with, let us know in the comments. I hope you have a wonderful and healthy day.